functional animatronics and a bare-bones arcade and prize area to a countrywide pandemic. Here's why the Major Magics revival failed. Howdy! Today we'll be looking over the short-lived history of the Major Magics revival and looking back at why it failed. Shout out to my friend Lucky Cam for introducing me to this chain. Major Magic's All-Star Pizza review started because Robert Rashid, the founder of the chain, went to a Showbiz Pizza in the Detroit area. Inspired by the animatronics, he decided to team up with Acton Animations founder, Ken Acton, a former Disney Imagineer, to build the original set of Rock and Roll Rebellion animatronics, first installed in 1982 at the 35615 southbound Gratiot? I don't know how to pronounce that, Avenue location in Clinton Township, Michigan. Later sets were made by Dennis Thompson and their in-house team. They opened 11 total stores before their shutdown among their locations. There was one attempt before the revival to carry on Major Magic's legacy, Sideshow Pizza. It originally opened in the former Major Magic's on 801 North Greengate Road, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. It was later relocated to 125 Rocky Road, Irwin, Pennsylvania in late 96, early 97. And this is when they had an auction for some original store contents. The store closed sometime in 1999. It is also worth noting that this rebrand was due to losing the rights, as Major Magics had still been opening stores when they started. This left the chain dormant for years and forgotten by many. Of course, this isn't where the story ends. A man by the name of Dennis McDonald, working alongside Sparks Pinball Museum in Clinton Township, Michigan, revived the chain once more in 2020. In the same town as the first store. Almost seems intentional. The first and only location was planned to open in the first location's building, but the rent was too high, and they instead opened on 34770 Grosbeck, I swear these names are stupid, Grosbeck Highway, Clinton Township, Michigan. They opened with assets from the Major Magics from the location on 5838 Monroe Street, Sylvania, Ohio, which is notably the last store to close in 2010. They seemed perfectly set for success with all the hype surrounding it, but I think we know how that turned out.
Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart, how the music can free you whenever it starts. It's like magic. If the music is groovy, it makes you feel happy like an old-time movie. I'll tell you about the magic, it'll free your soul. But it's like trying to tell a stranger about a rock and roll magic. Oh, don't bother to choose if it's jumping music or rhythm and blues. Go and listen. It'll start with a smile.
Dennis, despite having good resources, didn't set up everything for success. Before the store opened, the show controller broke and was never fixed. There also seemed to be little to no maintenance, and there was a very clear lack of anything here. There was no mural, a lackluster stage background, Burley and Sam couldn't fit next to the other stages, and a noticeably empty arcade and prize counter. There's also a good look at what I think is an authentic Major Magic's walk-around, which that at least is pretty cool. The store did meet some good business despite this lack of depth, and was loved for as long as it was open. Of course, many of you may be thinking, this was in 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. In November of 2020, the store announced its immediate closure, and that the bots and equipment would be auctioned off. The last sighting of the bots was in a warehouse in 2021. As of 2025, there have been no updates about the bots. By extension, this is the third death of the Rock and Roll Rebellion. Obviously, I didn't cover everything in the history of the chain, but Major Magics is frankly more interesting than most Chuck E. Cheese competitors. If you'd like to learn about the history of the chain, comment down below, or make a request to my Discord server in the description and on screen. I want to thank Lucky Cam for providing sources and info for this video, as well as some pictures and footage. While it is sad that the revival failed, based on what was documented, it's not surprising. I hope one day we'll see its return, but for now,
I'm out of here.